All right, good morning, everyone. My name is Chris Vallely, and I'm the Director of Technology Solutions for TD Ameritrade Institutional. And we're very excited to be here today to discuss with you some of the technology solutions that we brought to the market recently. So first, I just wanted to introduce TD Ameritrade. Here's our disclosures. I wanted to introduce TD Ameritrade to you. You may know us from our television commercials that we, a financial services company for the do-it-yourself investor. We have 6.2 million funded client accounts. We have 650 billion total client assets, and we have 4,500 independent RIA clients. And that's the segment of clients I want to talk to you today. As part of TD Ameritrade Institutional, that is my client. So what is an RIA? An RIA is a registered investment advisor who is an entrepreneur. He has financial services background. He's been a financial advisor, but he started his own business and he runs his own practice. And as such, he is fiercely independent. He can go to any custodian that he wants to go to. If that's TD Ameritrade or if one of our competitors, he can certainly do that. So he's a very independent entrepreneur. But most importantly, he's a fiduciary. So what sets him apart from the other, the big banks and the wirehouses is that he must put his clients' needs first. From a regulatory perspective, the SEC, the state auditors, require that he doesn't sell them product, but he just sits on the same side of the table as the client, and he's there to have the client meet their financial needs. So who is the RIA client? The RIA's client are high net worth investors or high net worth families that are working with a financial advisor to gain their expertise and to meet their financial goals. As high net worth clients, wealthy people, they have an expectation of a high level of service. So client satisfaction is key. In fact, even in the digital age, RIAs gain most of their business through referrals of their existing clients. So they need to, keep that client experience as positive as possible. And that expectation is from the client to the advisor, but then the advisor to TD Ameritrade. So we're expected to give white glove service, both to the RIA as well as the end client. So the fiduciary model. This is the #1 growth channel in all of financial services. Since 2007, specifically after the bank crash, clients were looking for a safer way, and they wanted to know that their financial advisor was actually a partner with them and was putting their needs first. So the fiduciary model has been the winning growth model over the last 7 years. That model is continuing to trend upwards. So people are understanding what a fiduciary is, the RIA model, and why they should have their assets managed by an advisor who sits on the same side of the table as them. So growth is a good thing. And for us, as our advisors grow, we grow. Those assets come here and we gain more clients, we gain more assets. So it's good for the RIA, it's good for TD Ameritrade. But it also poses some problems. The growth that's happening and the change and the shift that's occurring in the consumer electronics is people expect now that they can access everything everywhere. And advisors are typically smaller shops. They are anywhere from a sole proprietor who manages $100 million in assets to a shop that may manage $1 billion in assets but may only have 20 people in their office. And if they have 20 people in their office, they're not, they don't have a large IT shop. So they really depend on TD Ameritrade and the vendor partners that they're hiring to bring in their office, to bring them to be able to build scalable processes to meet this growth. Again, the digital channel is showing that clients have new expectations and they want to get a hold of their advisor at any time. They want to get a hold of their account data at any time. And that's really putting a strain on the financial advisor or on the RIAs. So we see the trends, we have all the surveys, we know what's happening in the industry, but the best way for us to service our clients is just to listen to them. So there are several times a year that we have several working groups with our advisors, not to mention just the day-to-day interactions that we have, just by having a business-to-business relationship. But we pull advisors, their ops staff, the advisors themselves, the traders, and we'll pull them into rooms and just talk to them and try to understand what their needs are, what's happening, what's been tough over the last 6 months, and where you expect it to go in the next 12 to 18 months. So when we're building technology solutions, we're putting the RIA first, really understanding their needs and really trying to do things to meet the growth and drive efficiencies in their office. So this is a typical advisor's office today. These are all the technologies that they use in their office just to service their clients. A CRM, compliance tools, VEO, that's the TD Ameritrade website for account management and trading. They have portfolio management, financial planning, document management, and a client vault, right? Because they need that digital experience to give out to their clients. And you can see that there's multiple logins. A lot of these applications aren't integrated with each other. And if they are integrated with each other, they may not be integrated with the custodian. So it causes a great amount of inefficiencies in the advisor's office. This is the one thing advisors are looking to solve for. So as we've been working with them, we decided to launch a platform to address this. This is a VEO Open Access. This is an advisor-centric open architecture platform that's really built for integration. So taking all of those vendors that we saw on the previous slide, it doesn't matter what their category are. We work with the third-party vendors that advisors have already hired, and they're just looking to get more out of their technology. And we're doing this through integration. We are taking workflows that can take up to days. We can now just through the APIs that we've built out and have published to the vendor partners, we can take those workflows down to minutes. We can even sometimes proactively, with an alerting service that we have, start automating and semi-automating some of these workflows on behalf of the advisor. Again, the more efficient the advisor is, the more time that they can spend with their clients. And the more time they spend with their clients, the more referrals we get. So it's not just good for the RIA, it's not just good for the end client, it's also good for TD Ameritrade. So when we started this, we knew that integration was going to be the keys to success. And we had to bring in outside help to really understand how to navigate the integration waters. And the way we did that was we brought in partners, some of which are here today and will be speaking at workshops tomorrow, that were integrating with each other, and they just wanted a chance to integrate tightly with the custodian. So back in 2011, we had our first tech summit. We took 10 vendors, sat in a room, we whiteboarded for 3 days. What is our roadmap? What is your roadmap? What do you need from us, and how can we be successful together? And in the end, we have a whole repeatable process to onboard vendors to drive those efficiencies to the RIAs. In 2011, we started with 10. 2014, we have over 75 integrated partners. So quickly, I'll go through a workflow that an advisor goes through on a quarterly basis, and it's very time-consuming. This is rebalancing his clients' accounts. So to rebalance, basically you're selling something so that you can buy something else. And you're doing that with the overperforming stocks you're selling, and to purchase the underperforming stock, or the underbalanced, I should say, not performing, but underbalanced securities. And you're bringing those back into the balance so that the client's model, or the model that's prescribed to the client's accounts, is in sync. This process of pulling all the data together, importing and exporting out of the rebalancer, then having to enter the trades into the custodial platform, this all could take days. And for large shops, we heard it even took a couple weeks per quarter. Now with the automation that we built with some of the APIs, we can actually have the rebalancer actually pull all the client data, the accounts, the balances, the positions from TD Ameritrade through the API. They can rework the rebalance. And then at the same time, once the advisor approves it, they can send those back through our trading API. This is a workflow that up top used to take days. At bottom, now it can literally just take minutes. Again, now the advisor can look to repurpose their staff for more client-centric activities. And then this is basically just an they're just overseeing the process and making sure everything's running correctly, approving it, and then sending it to the market. And they're actually, spending that time working with now they can spend that time to work with their clients. So VEO integrated, you'll see some of us with buttons and banners. It's just a brand that we're building to become integrated, to drive efficiencies for advisors. There's a tech summit. We've had our 5th one in April, so it's something we're very committed to. working with the vendors that the advisors have already purchased and they're already in their office, and just becoming more collaborative partners and driving efficiency for the advisor. We've got some recognition, but the thing that we're most proud of is, we were told early and often that there was no way that we can maintain an open, safe, secure platform, but we've done that. And in Financial Planning Survey, they have advisors have ranked us most satisfied with their technology, and a lot of that has to do with VEO and VEO Open Access and driving those efficiencies and creating a flexible platform for both the vendors and for the advisors. But we're not done there. We want to also bring a new web experience to our financial advisors. So there are times that advisors do need to use TD Ameritrade technology, and when they do, we wanted to bring that as an integrated experience as well. So we want to work with, again, the CRMs, portfolio management, all the vendors that are currently in the advisor's office, and drive that more efficient process. Simple things like single sign-on, but again, driving efficiencies into the process and into the workflow for the advisor, keeping that flexible so it suits the advisor's office, and then they in turn can spend more time with the clients. So here's the new VEO dashboard. You may not be able to read everything here, but just know it's pulling all of the data, not just from TD Ameritrade, not just from VEO, but it's pulling third-party data in and serving it when and where it's needed for the advisor, so they can simplify the workflow, have all the data at hand, and then they can better service their clients. So tomorrow we actually have a couple of our partners here, Redtail, Salesforce, and Trizic, all have workshops tomorrow to show how they've integrated with TD Ameritrade. We also have our development staff here from the VEO Open Access team, and they're going to show what we've done in the past and more of the details at a developer level. So if you want to learn more about VEO Open Access and our integration efforts, please stop by the booth. Please attend one of the workshops tomorrow. Thank you.